Taurus, welcome back. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. I'm not doing jumpers, but that's okay. It's a general read, so it won't resonate with all of you. Whoever's energy I'm picking up, that'll be the message that's coming out this week. But if it's not resonating, don't try to force that fit, okay? So if you find that it's not your reading, you can check some of my prior readings that are on the channel here, or you can check out one of the other excellent readers on YouTube. You get the messages you're meant to get when you're meant to get them. Let's see what we have here for Taurus. We're just doing it a little differently this week. We're going to do 6 cards. There's a lot of cups. 6 cards here. And then we'll pull one of the Enchanted Map Oracle cards to finish off. So what do we have, Taurus? Let's see what we have. We have 8 of Pentacles. So you are diligently working away. You're improving your skills. You're starting to see that you consistently can produce good results in what you've been practicing, what you've been trying to achieve. You're starting to feel fairly self-sufficient. To me, this card always speaks to someone who is building their skill set and starting to understand they can take care of themselves in this world. And that's sort of a nice energy to start with. The 7 of Cups is telling me you've got some options. You've got possible paths forward here. You're considering this week. You're presented with the understanding that you have many different paths you could follow, many different directions you could go from this point in your life. You have choices, and you're searching for a purpose here. You're trying to figure out which path should I follow, which direction should I go, because I think that it's in my power to decide. There are many emotional options here. There are many potential situations that you could pursue. Different possible futures for you, Taurus. And this week is exciting because there's definitely an excitement about knowing that you have choices, you have options. The 3 of Cups comes in next. There may be an aspect of this contemplation of your potential life paths forward, this self-sufficiency that involves you having conversations with friends, connecting with the people in your life, sort of talking through your options with them, kind of getting their feedback. What do you think would be good for me? When you think of me, what are my strengths? What are you seeing in me? I have these options that I could take. I could move in this direction. I could take this job. I could move to that city. I could go to dinner with this person that I met and get to know them better. I'm not sure which way to go. What do you think? And I think that you'll get some very interesting guidance from your friends here. The Page of Cups is coming in next. There's definitely a focus on relationship for you, different emotional, not like romance necessarily, but your connection with other people, Taurus, seems to be a fairly big focus for you this week. With the Page of Cups, there's potentially a nice surprise coming for you this week. A call from an old friend you haven't heard from in a while, maybe a chance to get together and have brunch with someone that you consider a good friend that you haven't had a chance to spend time with. There's a certain sensitivity to you right now. You're feeling just slightly more vulnerable, perhaps emotionally, than you have before. With certain people, there's a new feeling being born in you, and it's hard to say for me what that feeling is. It's something about self-sufficiency. I think it's something about understanding that you love you, that you love what you have now, that your life is really feeling like a good fit, and that having all of these options is because you're a good person. Like, I feel almost, whomever I'm picking up here, that sometimes you're questioning whether or not you're a good person. And the answer that is starting to become more clear to you is that you are. You're doing the right things, you're living your life the right way, or you wouldn't be presented with all of these opportunities, is the sense that you're starting to have this week, Taurus, which is great. You're starting to have a renewed vitality, a capacity to enjoy your life. That's really wonderful. The Knight of Swords comes in next, and this is about resilience, grit. If anything should come up this week that challenges you, if whatever you have dealt with in the past should resurface in some way, you don't need to worry. You have the inner strength to deal with it. And you have a clear sight to this right here, this beautiful, calm, wonderful future ahead of you, with that still blue water waiting for you just on the other side of the wall that you will scale. The World card is next, Taurus. This is a lovely end to your read, because this is telling me that there's a fulfillment in the events of this week for you. You're starting to really feel that internal harmony that you've been missing for quite some time, it seems. There is a completion here of a cycle, and you're freed to move forward, to pick one of these new paths. It's quite a nice read. I think it'll be a lovely week for you. And if anything challenging should arise, you'll be able to handle it in stride. It's quite nice. I like it. Let's take a look at the Enchanted Map Oracle. See what we have there for you. One last bit of guidance from Spirit for Taurus. Sorry, I'm getting a little stuffed up. If you have a head cold, perhaps, Taurus. Number 12, slow and steady. Let's look at her. She's got a little mask on. It's kind of nice. Little fairy. Slow and steady. Number 12. Let's check it out. I'm going to read to you from the book. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race? This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. So that's beautiful. You have got lots of choices ahead of you, Taurus. You are seeing that you're making progress and that you are able to weather any storms. You have a lot of good support in your friend network. It seems like you've got a good week here, and there's a completion to a prior situation or a struggle. There is a fulfillment and a growing sense that you have what you need. You know that you are capable of moving forward. There is nothing in your way now, and you're really enjoying life again, and that feels pretty great. So yeah, I hope you have a fantastic week, Taurus. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. I always welcome your feedback if this resonated for you. And I think that if you haven't subscribed, it would be great if you considered doing so. I'd be most honored. I hope that you have a fantastic week, Taurus, and we'll see you next time. Blessings.